Convicts, Ghosts and Tasmaniacs. About 25 years ago, my brother and I took my elderly grandmother on a trip to Tasmania. Grandma was born there and wanted to visit her hometown again before she was too old to do so. As part of the trip we visited Port Arthur, the sprawling convict settlement that was built nearly 200 years ago. As many Australians will remember, it was also the site of a mass shooting in the late 90s. Gunman Martin Bryant was a very disturbed young man who claimed ghosts in the rundown mansion where he lived had told him to shoot people. He murdered 35 people and injured 23 more, making it the worst mass shooting in Australia's history, as no visit to Port Arthur is complete without going on a ghost tour. My brother and I booked a tour and went along. The night of the tour was rainy and windy and suited the occasion. I expected the place to feel scary or evil, but it didn't. The overwhelming feeling was insanity. The insanity of inmates kept in awful inhumane conditions. Some were kept in darkness for 23 hours a day, only seeing daylight for 1 hour. An odd feeling I experienced, which I would experience again on another ghost tour some 10 years later, was the feeling of burning across the neck and shoulders. I'm still not sure what causes it. Some kind of psychic attack. I don't know. The strongest feeling, which shouldn't come as a surprise, was the site of the mass shooting. The small cafe where it took place has been leveled and is now a concrete slab. But the feeling of terror and fear is very strong, as is the feeling of mania and psychosis which Bryant clearly suffered from. It's not a place for the overly sensitive or empathetic, as the feeling of human suffering is very intense. I'm glad I didn't see anything or hear anything on this occasion, as I think the experience would have been too overwhelming. Tasmania and Port Arthur are well worth the visit though if you are in that part of the world.